Assalamu alaikum. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Just Alhamdulillah, things have progressed quite well, and um, like it says in the Quran, anyone who reverences Allah, He will create an exit for him. Anyone who reverences Allah will make everything easy for him. Anyone who reverences Allah, He remits their sins and rewards him generously. And mashallah, that's the law that we live by. And to reverence Allah, to love Allah, instead of to love Allah, the omniscient, the omnipotent, the omnipresent. I'm finding that you're rewarded for reverencing Allah when you devote your worship absolutely to Allah alone. There's meaning in that, there's meaning in the persecution you encounter, there's meaning in the schemes and the plans of the disbelievers against you. And all these things, there's meaning in that. And I just wonder what sort of life Abraham must have led. It must have been no different to the life other prophets led, like Jesus or Muhammad. It was one of persecution for believing in Allah in this world of Masonic devils and demons who would turn everything upside down and wrong way around. And like Abraham, he was when he brought the idols in his father's village, and they questioned him about it, and then they said, when they were stumped by his response, well, not stumped, but when they were taken aback by his response, they said, let's burn him and spot our gods. And but Allah made the fire cool for Abraham, and cool and be cool and what's the other word that Allah uses? He uses another word Allah uses. Be cool and safe for Abraham, and the fire didn't touch him and burn him, and this was one of the signs of Allah. Allah controls everything, and Abraham was, he must have been persecuted too by the wicked demons and devils and who intrude and who time travel and try to search out humans who are enlightened like Adam, and who they want to win their souls and lead them to hell. I think that they can win all the souls of humans with the opportunist troublemaking by attacking infants as soon as they're born to lose their souls and fall into the all-seeing eye. That's the sort of opportunist troublemaking that they do, and no human has a chance to redeem their soul or even learn to speak before they can answer their evil, disbelieving, tyrannical lies and probability of fiction and even witchcraft that they use. And if you want to handle the good stuff first before, they just want to handle the good stuff. They want to handle all the blessings and beauty on earth, and claim that heaven is on earth and God is dead and there's no last day, and just handle all the good stuff and handle the all-seeing eye because it's good. You get to question Allah. You get what you want. What they want is to challenge Allah's oneness. They don't want to affirm Allah's oneness. They want to challenge Allah's oneness. The All-Seeing. Whereas those who are in the Garden of Eden, they enjoy the All-Seeing to the utmost, where they get whatever they wish. But this in this life is a test to see if you will believe or disbelieve. And if you disbelieve, then Allah will. If you disbelieve in the last day, then Allah will give you a taste of paradise. You get a taste of paradise, and you'll think, oh, I know what love is. And you'll think, yes, I know what love is, and I know what feeling like a winner is, and I know what heaven and paradise is like, or something. But it's just a taste. But they get hooked to it. Instead of repenting and saying, well, I can say that for later. I don't need to look into the future. I don't need to start time traveling. I don't need to start becoming deluded of where I went or what I've seen. How are you supposed to write a script? How are you supposed to write a script? How are you supposed to write a narrative when you've been time traveling? You can't do it. You're too deluded. All you can do is question death's philosophical dogma. That's all you can do to divide and rule, to make people terrorists. That's all you can do. These delusions. Not straightforward. And it's all upside down anyway. You see how the last thing they give a dying person is morphine. No.
I wanted to know, like when you do screenshots, how do you import it?
You press CTRL Alt 4.
To take the screenshot?
Yeah.
And then how would I bring it here?
Then it's Word.
Like, yeah.
Insert photo, and then it'll be in your desktop.
Here, from here.
Yeah, insert photo is there.
Photo browser.
I don't know which version of photo. What do you?
I just wanted to do a screenshot. It's like normal.
Yeah.
Why is that on? Why is that on?
That's the camera.
Okay. Alright, that's on. I'll switch that off. I don't know how to do it. Sorry, Cash. I did Control Shift 4 for the image that I actually wanted.
I'm making a video out of it, so I hope you don't mind.
Oh, sorry.
It's alright. I'll switch the video file and just editing on it.
Sorry, Cash. I just didn't know how to do it, and I thought.
Photo. I think it's photo browser. Picture it on from file, and here your desktop will be in the desktop, and it'll be in screenshots.
Oh yeah, there it is.
There's a screenshot.
Yeah, that's the one? Okay, so I understand how to do it now.
There it is, and then you can edit it and
make it smaller and stuff.
Make it smaller and things.
Coolio. Thanks, Cash.
Okay.
I'm making my website.
Alright.
Yeah.
Showing my good people, mashallah. Hopefully, inshallah, Allah guide them, you know, inshallah, to the right path. Inshallah. Inshallah. Like I was saying, you know, the last thing they give a dying person is morphine to help them, help their passage into the afterlife, into their death, to pass peacefully. You know, you don't want to see people die agonizingly, going from one side to the other side, and losing their breath and their heart and everything. Or you know. So some people think it's too easy, and they give morphine for the last thing they do to a dying person. And the first thing they give a baby who's born on earth is your All-Seeing Eye, and say, this is your birthday. It's your birthday. And the first thing they give them is the All-Seeing Eye, and they're all crying. They're suffering straight away. They're suffering. Because the All-Seeing Eye is actually reserved for those in the Garden of Eden. And if you're giving it in birth, if they start giving it in birth, it means that your parents and your family have disbelieved, and they haven't redeemed their souls. They haven't reflected on the fact that the all-seeing eye belongs in the Garden of Eden, and that they should put it back and not use it, and that if they use it, then they're going to incur retribution because their schemes will backfire against them. No one can fathom the greatness of Allah. Allah is the omniscient, omnipotent, omnipresent. MashaAllah. What we as humans, we've only been given 1,000 months of life on Earth, you know, on average. On maximum, we've got 1,000 months on Earth. But it works out about 89 years, 90 years, 89 years, something like that. And so it's not much. If you look at it, look how fast a month goes by. It just goes by, and so if you've only got 1,000 months, then what are you making the most of? What are you going to do with your life? What's the best things to do with your life? And you need to focus your focus, your energy, and your motivation and things. You need to realise that you got to practice what you preach too. So if you're Muslim, if you believe in Allah, then you need to worship Allah, not to worship Allah, because by worshiping Allah, Allah will protect you. If you worship Allah, Allah will protect you. Allah will answer your prayers. Allah will forgive you and He will reward you generously. If you continue to constantly observe the contact prayer, that's what will happen. You know, yesterday I was with my daughter and we were playing in the landing, and basically she was sat on the shelf where there's like toaster and kettle and things and fruit, and she grabbed an orange and she goes, "Can you cut this orange for me?" And so I had a knife in my hand and I was cutting an orange. As she was walking on the ledge, she fell. I grabbed her like this, and I had the knife in my hand, and I grabbed her and I put her on the floor. I just got her on the floor and I looked at the knife and I thought, "Oh no, the knife didn't touch her at all, luckily." And I just thought that was a very scary situation for me, because had something happened, you know, it would have torn my family apart. It was a dark moment, a very dark moment. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guides to light. I don't know who mathematically computed that idea, but mashallah, Allah guides to light. And then today my music really is a guidance for me, you know. In a lot of situations, my music guides me, because it has a real good spiritual knowledge about myself, and I think it's very useful in that it just helps me, give me awareness of where I am or what I'm doing at this moment in time, and for that it's a blessing, and I don't look to other people to tell me where I am at the moment. My music tells me where I am at the moment. I'm reflecting on what's going on in the past, and that way I build up, and because I'm always taught that progression was better than relativity. Not always thought that, but what I experienced was progression, not relativity. And first thing that opened my experience up, first experience I had was in progression, not in relativity. Most infants who fall into the all-seeing eye are given a relativity game where they say, "Oh look, what would you rather have? Would you rather have an all-seeing eye where you can get ask questions, where you got a television network with everyone on the mainframe, and or do you want to just live an animal existence and be faithful to Allah and just live and die on earth and do nothing?" And that's what they're selling. So they think it's better. Love is better than fear, but fear. They think love is stronger than fear, and all these things. But what they've done is turned it upside down, just like giving morphine to an old man or to a dying person, and giving giving a baby an RCI, which is reserved for the righteous in the Garden of Eden, who after they died, and they go to the Garden of Eden and they get an RCI, and then they have a feeling of love and joy and all the things about being a winner for the work they did on earth, and the worship, the zakat, the preaching, the lives they lived, the righteous lives they lived, the support of the messenger, the support of Allah, Allah who supported them and blessed them for for believing in the messengers of Allah, who Allah promised Adam and Eve He would send, and the joy and happiness that they feel for being faithful and steadfast. And so it's upside down. What you should do really is, what should really happen is that first thing the baby should be given is is opium or heroin, just so that it counterbalances it. The baby will know what a dig is, and once it knows what a dig is, it won't go around becoming selfish or egotistical or proud or arrogant. It won't do that. It'll rebound and reflect on it, and you'll become a different person. And that's how you do it. Just like a flu vaccine is, you give a dose of flu, and then your body knows how to react to it. And if your body hasn't reacted to it yet, it doesn't know what it is, and never will know what it is until it's too late. Then you can't do anything. It's pointless. But what it does is also it neutralizes the jinn. The jinn is in pain. It's a fallen angel. It's in pain. It's pain of heart. And the jinn who will lead you to polytheism and make you suffer and make you military and regimentally rule over your mind and your body and make you do evil things that you regret later, that you can't live with, and you're suffering all the time, and you're in a duel, and it's a bit gay, being in a companionship which is not even sexual or anything, but it's like a pirate and a gold digger, and it's a bit gay. That's why white supremacy is a bit gay, because dualists, whereas a singulist give everyone rights, and they say, well, you are a woman, I'm a man, we both have equal rights. Allah is our Lord, and Allah is genderless. Allah begets not, nor was He begotten. Allah is the most powerful. Allah is the eternal. Allah is the most wise. Allah is the knower of all secrets and declarations, and and remembering Allah remembering Allah, Allah will remember you, and also the fact that you pass into enlightenment by remembering Allah. Everything becomes easy for you. Like if you reverence Allah, Allah will make everything easy for you. And the easiest part is just living faithfully. You don't need the RCI. It's too much suffering in that. Too much suffering in that. You won't sleep at night. You'll be working like a dog in a job that's not satisfying until it's too late, and then you have a midlife crisis or something, and you're going faster and slower. You don't know, you're not at the right pace with your life. Your life's moving at different paces. So when you're younger, you're going faster, and when you're older, you're going slower or something. But you should be at a constant pace all the time, and that way you should be able to do what you can, and not what you wish you can, or what other people are doing. And so that's the right way around. The right way around is to actually give infants a dig of heroin, just so that they can combat it and see and as they grow older, because it's just a baby. A baby doesn't know nothing. They give them all sorts of vaccinations and all these different drugs, and they all have a really bad impact on their lives. And they will become nakame, in a way. Everyone's becoming debilitated by these drugs that they're giving them, and they're not progressing to a healthy life. and a natural life is debilitating because it's hindering them by arresting or by manipulating or something or altering their makeup by introducing all these drugs into their bodies, and it's distorting Allah's creation. You're not supposed to distort Allah's creation. You should leave Allah's creation as it is, because Allah is perfect. Allah's creation is perfect, flawless, and he doesn't need any help. And all you have to do is just worship Allah, and Allah will strengthen our faith, and will test us too. He will protect us and help us and guide us, and Allah is present everywhere, and you don't have to worry about you have nothing to fear, nor will you grieve. MashaAllah. And so, we get told that they get told who are the rich and who are the poor. The rich are those who remember Allah, love Allah, worship Allah, and are righteous, and they're the rich because they're gonna have God in Eden because they worship Allah and they pray to Allah and they ask Allah for help, and they worship Allah alone, and only ask Allah for help. But when they get told they're rich, a lot of people get envious and they start thinking they got something that they want. They have nothing that they want, really. It's just material possessions. If even material possessions don't mean anything, really. Why did the Jews in the Holocaust, the diaspora Jews get persecuted? Because they were told they were rich. But were they rich? They're just living in ghettos. They're not rich, really. They're not rich as all these white supremacist pirates are. But yet they get persecuted for. And then look at Gaza, Palestine, and you see how it was such a prosperous area of the world, with so much funding coming towards it and everything, and everyone trying to make Palestine a better place. And then all of a sudden they just attack it and just destroy everything just because of jealousy. Because why should a non-white be as prosperous as a white country, and tell us that they're just as good as in governing and if not better in governing and in social politics than they are. That's the thing, and then when they get told they're poor, they think, right, I'll go buy a fancy car and tell them how rich I look. Now, how rich am I now? Look at this, I got a fucking big car. And yes, they're just fighting their own labels when they get told they're poor. It's not poor in the fact that they have no money. That's what they think. Is they're poor because they think poorly. They're devil worshippers. They keep devil worshipping. That's what makes them get called poor. The devil worshippers. That's what the angels tell them when they get told they're poor. They go, oh, you're poor. You've got poor destiny because you incurred sins. You think you're not Allah's thoughts. You think you can be Allah. You want to be Allah. You don't want to be a servant of Allah. You don't want to be a submitter of Allah. But you want to be Allah. That's what they want to do. They don't want to be servants and submitters to Allah, knowing that Allah is one. They want to challenge Allah and think we know Allah's thoughts. They think we know. Well, the name of the game is to avoid hell. So therefore, we give babies all TI. Does that make sense? It's their present moment that they're stuck in, which is stupid and deluded, because they always use the word is, and not will be or was or is the end or will be the end or this was the result or what will be. It always is. Pleasure is cruel. Is it really? Pleasure is cruel. Is it pleasure really is cruel? Or is that just a karma of help and harm when you've done something evil or troublemaking against a human or a cat, and then it backfires on you because Allah was watching, and then you say pleasure is cruel? expression of cruel. It's just the word is that they use. It's a present word. It's not is a definition of what it is eternally, not in the future or what it will be, not in the past what it was. Pleasure is pleasure. And so on one side they want to win, on the other side they want to love Allah. They know that everything comes and goes, everything goes and comes. What's the point of fighting over hierarchies? Unless you're deluded and you believe in illusions that Allah is dead and God is dead and heaven is on earth. That's what you're selling yourself, telling people. That's what the church has been selling the world. With all its colonial exploitation. You see how British is trying to say that they got the four corners of the world. How they're placing for Australia, America, Alaska. I don't know, it was down in South America, Brazil or somewhere. And in the centre they got Israel, in the Middle East. We built a country called Israel, a white supremacist country. Maybe South Africa, innit? That's what they probably thought is the far southwest. And then thought, we got all corners mapped out. But inshallah, when the promised land comes, no one have to even lay a finger on them. Because Allah controls everything. And they know that. They're just in denial. We know that now. We know that what's going to happen. Glory be to Allah. Everything glorifies Allah in the heavens and the earth. No one can fathom the greatness of Allah. The white supremacists think they know Allah's source, but they think tyranny of white people, white people should have the rights to everything. They're the masters or something. Masters in whose eyes? In the jinns' eyes. That's what they tell it. That's what the jinns tell everyone. Follow the white people, poor Europeans. They're the masters. Are they the masters? No. Who had command of jinns? Child of Israel. Solomon, who was granted a kingship never attained by anyone else. And that's who had command of jinns. Not these white people. White people are slaves of jinns. They're under jinns. They're in the underworld. They are one of the satanic jinns. That's what they are. They're getting their information from jinns. They can't turn to Allah. They get information from jinns. Even jinns can't speak properly. They're just dumber than animals. And inshallah, first time, right, and first thing that happened was it was sort of impossible for an angel to have thoughts of being another god with God, and for an angel to have impossible for an angel to have thoughts of being a god with Allah, and it backfired on him, and Satan became a fallen angel, which was a jinn. And then they thought, then Satan or the devil, serpent, Gwara Gregory, who was probably behind Satan's rebellion too, who was the time traveling Masonic devil, and duped Adam and Eve in the creation of Adam and Eve, where Satan rebelled and claimed he could be another god with Allah, be another deity with Allah, and then the humans fell. Humans became from Garden of Eden became mortal humans, on earth, and the devils were banished too from the Garden of Eden. And it was said it's better to be a martyr in the cause of Allah or to feed on the blood of humans. So if you're a soulless vampire feeding on the blood of humans, you're working against your own soul. Or if you want to be a martyr in the cause of Allah, Allah will protect you and give you the reward of martyrdom and will save your life too. That's what Allah can do. He'll do it so many times in front of you, he'll save your life as well. You could go through so many different trials and tribulations, but if it's not written for you to die that day, in that moment, then nothing can make you die. It's all written. No one can make you die. Allah controls life. Allah is the one who controls life and death. Allah controls everything. MashaAllah. So like I was saying, I'll leave it there. And you get the reward of martyrdom. That's the reward you want. Not to be a martyr. Be a martyr, mashallah, putting your life, making yourself strong in the faith of Allah and be persecuted for the sake of Allah it's all meaningful life, but then if Allah says, right, if you die, then you die, so what? You join the army, join the masters in paradise. If you don't die, then you know that Allah's got a plan for you as well. And you've been given the reward of martyrdom too. That's what you want. You want to be martyred in Allah's cause, so you go into the Garden of Eden without any judgment. Just a reward for your